Good morning, everybody. This is Jackie from the Oracle Times, and this is going to be your, oops, I'm bumping my camera, yeah, sorry. This is going to be the Aquarius September 2020 forecast reading. And I'm sitting a little bit oddly at the moment because it is so cold today. That tiger's sleeping on my desk. So everything's a bit cramped. Yeah, as you can see, I'm dressed like a polar bear because I'm recording from South Africa in the bushveld, and we are just not prepared for this weather. We don't have internal heating, things like that, because it is normally exceptionally warm here, even in winter. I'm going to repeat, as I always do, that I might disappear for a second or two also because I'm in the bushveld, but I've had a good run of late, touch wood. If you'd like a personal private reading from me, I do an incredible soulmate reading. You can contact me via my website. I'm going to be putting that link in the description box below once this video has been processed. Right, Aquarius, we're going to do your oracle cards, tarot cards, and we're going to do relationship cards as well. First one that pops up for you is happy, happy. That's very nice. So September has a happy flavor to it, okay? Something happens in September that brings you great happiness. Okay, so that's really nice news. So for all you Aquarians that watch this video, something's going to come up in September and it's going to make you awfully happy. There is, normally I will say there's potential for things to unfold and people and life generally, but this feels to me like a specific situation. This feels to me like something happens in your Aquarian life in September that makes you really happy. Let's see if the rest of the cards give us any clue what that can be, right? Okay, next card up is clean it up. In other words, taking care of chores, doing what you need to do, doing what you have to do. This is coming up a lot at the moment in personal readings as well. So there is an element in September of needing to do the mundane tasks, okay? They're not exciting, they're not exhilarating, they're not even maybe that creative, but they do need to be done. So there's that as well. Okay, let's see what else comes up for you guys. Chop wood. So it's coming up again. So it's definitely a month of, despite the fact something's going to happen that makes you really, really happy. And I'm starting to think, because you take care of the mundane things, because you do the chop wood, carry water thing. That's a Chinese proverb that says when you don't know what to do and when life gets tough and you don't know what decisions to make. I'm not saying life is going to get tough. I'm just saying that's how the proverb works. Then do what needs to be done. Do the things you know have to be done that day. Put one foot in front of the other, basically, and take care of the basic things that need to be taken care of, okay? So there's a lot of that in September, despite that very happy situation. But you know what? Sometimes when we take care of the have-to-do things, when we take care of the things we know have to be done and we don't actually feel like doing them, that is sometimes when the happy, happy card comes out, right? So you also may feel like you're running out of time on something. You may feel as some story in your life or something you want or some goal or aspiration, you're running out of time for it. You know what? You've got all the time in the world. This card says you have enough time. Don't worry about it. If it's due to you and you're supposed to have it, you have enough time. Don't let that be the thing that stresses you out in September. You do have enough time to achieve that goal, whatever it may be. And then building blocks. This is coming up a lot as well. So you're building the foundations of your new life, of the life the way it's going to be. It is an improved version of your life with a more stable foundation than what you had before. And that's where all this taking care of the nitty-gritty things, those things that are not particularly exciting or exhilarating, but you know that they need to be done. And you may feel like by doing that, you're running out of time to go after what you really want, but you're not. You're building very good foundations. And in so doing, something comes up in September that makes you awfully happy. Okay? So don't let it bother you that you're taking care of the chopping wood and the carrying water and the spring cleaning, even though it's not your spring, it's our spring here in South Africa. So you can see by the weather, we always have bad weather in spring. Okay, so let's have a look at your tarot cards and see what's coming up for you there. Okay. All right. Aquarius, September 2020. First card up for you guys is healing. Okay, so that's very interesting. So some aspect of your life, it could literally be physical healing for some of you. Some of you may have been having ailments or things that are bothering you physically. You may find that in September you find a solution for that. You find a cure for that. You find a way that will bring a cure for you. That's the mundane level. On a slightly higher level, you may find an old issue, an old heartache even. I'm looking at something now that kind of brings up that feeling. May start healing in September. You may start feeling better about something in September. You're on the road to healing something. Okay, one is not always consciously aware of that. Sometimes it can be happening on an unconscious level, but it is happening, and it does change what manifests in your life. And it's about letting go. It's the 5 of water. So something that, for some of you, broke your heart, maybe even. For others of you, caused you sadness and something left. You're finally ready to let go of it and move on. Can you see how those goldfish are moving towards her? Goldfish are always a sign of material manifestation or even spiritual growth and abundance. And those rays of light are coming into her and she's letting go. So you will find in September, that's how your healing happens. You let go of something that was maybe tugging at your heartstrings a bit, which was making you a little bit sad or unhappy. The healing for that starts in September. And remember, you get that happy, happy card as your first card. So it crowns your reading. So that is the most important aspect of your September reading. Okay? So that's a very nice reading, and healing is always very important, especially when we do start, letting go is not about forgetting. Letting go is just perhaps coming to terms with what happened and finding the resolution within it. And when we do that, that changes very much what manifests in our life after that. Relationships, Aquarius, first card that jumps up is very soon. Okay, on this card it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So September is very much about finding the clarity where relationships are concerned. If you're in a relationship, you gain clarity about what it is that you want that relationship to be in your life. What part do you want your relationship to fulfill? If you're looking for a new relationship, you gain more clarity on what it is that you want that relationship to be. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to have a really nice, light-hearted, fun partner. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want a really in-depth relationship. Aquarians generally prefer things a little more light-hearted, right? I wouldn't say light-hearted, but very in-depth stuff can sometimes not be their thing, okay? It depends on your other signs as well, though, your rising and your moon sign, but generally, well, my rising sign is Aquarius, so I have a little bit of knowledge what we're talking about here. Okay, so it's a case of gaining clarity about what it is that you want your relationship to be, what you want to feel within that relationship. You gain that in September. Right, let's see what the next card says for you guys. And this could be the one. You've already met the partner you seek. So very clearly for those of you that are looking for partnerships, it can come in very soon because you gain the clarity and it's someone whose path you have crossed before. You might not have struck it off the first time. This card can often signify that because it wasn't the right time and the right place, so you weren't resonating with the person. But now you will resonate with them and they're about to cross your path again, okay? But have clarity on what you want that relationship, what you want a relationship to fulfill in your life. What part do you want the relationship to be in your life? Those of you that are already with the one, in that making that decision, in gaining that clarity in September on what your relationship, what you want it to be, you realize the person you're with actually ticks those boxes. And that's always a wonderful realization to come to. And the final card, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, many of you will come to that conclusion again. Okay? You gain clarity on what you want your relationship to be in your life, those of you that are in a relationship. You realize that the one you're with is the one that fulfills ticks those boxes, okay? And you know that this is a soulmate. This is someone you chose before you even arrived here, okay? They match with you, they resonate with you. And those of you looking for a relationship, you gain the clarity of what you want in September. And somebody whom you've met before crosses your path again, because this time you're going to see them differently, and you realize, oh my word, I didn't see that the first time round, but they're definitely a soulmate. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for liking, watching, listening, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. And once again, if you'd like a personal, private, or that amazing soulmate reading that I do, please contact me via my website. I'll put that link in the description box below once I'm done here. Wishing you hugs and blessings for September, and we'll speak again soon.